Now this bowl right here of y'all favorite cousin gumbo, this is 3 days later. And it looked at this good. And it tasted even better.
Welcome back to another cooking vlog. Welcome to our channel, Itslovecookingshow, and thank you guys for all of our new subscribers. I hope you guys are loving what you guys are seeing so far. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. You guys are subscribed so you can always know when we post a new video. So tonight we're going to be making gumbo. It's supposed to be so amazing. I am going to be taking you guys along with us, so make for sure that you guys are watching to the end. If you guys have not checked out my last cooking vlog, make for sure that you guys go check that out. In the last vlog, I told you guys I will teach y'all how to make roux. So tonight when we make the gumbo, I am going to be teaching you how to make the roux. I know everybody been DMing me, everybody been writing me saying that I need to show y'all how to make the roux. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight also. So let's go ahead and get into the seafood gumbo without further ado.
Alright, it's Love Family. So this is the ingredients for tonight. So we're going to start with our veggies. We're going to have the mini bell peppers, fresh garlic cloves, you guys can see, fresh green onions, celery, okra, and then we're going to get into our sausages. So we're going to use Gumbo sausages, which is party time. Everybody know about these sausages from the Beaumont to Louisiana area. If you guys are not from that area and y'all have no idea what is Gumbo's or party time, I'm gonna need for y'all to get online and order y'all some, do something, but y'all have to have these sausages in y'all gumbo. It does something to it. And so then we have our natural chicken, drumsticks, and then I have some wings right here also, and I have my chicken stock and my flour. And also we're gonna use a little Worcestershire sauce, y'all already know about that. So this is our ingredients for tonight. Oh, we have the crab in the freezer. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video. So as you guys can see right here, I'm just cleaning my sink. This is the proper thing that everyone should do whenever they're getting ready to cook anything. So, if you know me, then you know me, aka OCD. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get into this real quick. And as you guys can see, it's squeaky clean, and that's just that on that.
Let's pause.
Okay, so right here, I'm just prepping all of my veggies. I'm rinsing all of my veggies, and I'm preparing everything to lay it out and get ready to chop it up. And for our veggies on today, we're going to be using the different color mini bell peppers. We're going to be using fresh garlic cloves, green onions, and celery. And I cut up a fresh lemon so I can squeeze this lemon into the chicken. Y'all already know my same process that I did when I cleaned the oxtails in my last vlog. I'm going to do the exact same thing to clean my chicken. That's how I clean all my meat. That's why I don't like cooking at other people's house, because they don't be having stuff that I be eating. What's that? unpackage your chicken and you clean it with the water. Then you want to go ahead and get your vinegar, as I told you guys. You want to pour you some vinegar in there. Then I use lemon juice. And then I use a fresh whole lemon that I cut up, and I squeeze a whole fresh lemon into the chicken also. Just as I did my oxtails in my last vlog. Like I said, if you guys have not went check that vlog, go check that vlog out. So after I squeeze this whole lemon in here, then I cut the lemons up into 4s. And you're going to just sit those 4 lemons to the side because we're going to use that in the next step coming up. So then we're going to go ahead and run some water into the chicken, lemon, vinegar, and the fresh lemon. And we're going to let that sit for a minute or 2. So then you want to go ahead and rinse your chicken again, and you're going to try to rinse the vinegar and all of the lemon juice off of it as much as possible. And after you rinse that, then you're going to go ahead and use those 4 lemons that I told you guys to put to the side, and you're going to scrub the chicken down, and that's how you actually deep clean the chicken. I don't know, it's just something about the lemon zest. There's something about the lemon. Like, it does wonders to all meats. Now look how pretty. That's why I say we have to clean our meat. I'm not going to preach this enough.
Okay, y'all, so this is all of the seasonings that we're going to be using tonight to season the gumbo. So we're going to be using Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. We're going to be using this Reagan Cajun seasoning. We're going to be using Italian seasoning, that Mexican seasoning, parsley, garlic powder, onion powder, ground ginger, and we're going to be using black pepper. So this is all of the seasonings that we're going to be using to season the gumbo, and I will be showing you guys how to use these seasonings. So stay tuned.
So right here, I'm just going in with all of the seasonings that I just showed you guys in the exact order, from the Tony Chachere's to the Cajun seasoning to the onion powder. Literally, in the exact order that I showed you guys, the seasoning was lined up is the exact order that I'm using it. It really don't matter, but I always try to go in with my Tony Chachere's and like my Cajun seasonings first, because I always want that to stick to the chicken before anything. And then you want to finish it with your garlic powder, your onion powders, and your herbs. Oh yeah, and I did use some paprika for color. So then I went ahead and added a little cooking oil to the chicken so it can have the seasoning good and sticky to the chicken. Then add you some Worcestershire sauce so it can have your chicken very tender. And also, after you use all of these seasonings, this is how your chicken should look. You will not have to season this chicken or this meal again until it's time to make the roux. That's the only time you will be using seasoning in this meal for the second time. It will be only to make the roux. already had my pots preheating. I poured some oil in them, as you guys seen. And I actually have 2 different pots because I have 2 different types of chicken. So we have some wings and we actually have legs. So I'm going to be cooking them in 2 different pans. You guys can go ahead and just watch as I fry these chickens down. I'm going to flip them, everything. And you guys can follow these step by step. I normally don't use 2 different kinds of chicken. I normally use legs. But I had these wings in my freezer and I was like, you know what? I already put them in a Ziploc bag. At this point, I don't want to waste them. So I was like, what better time to use them now than ever? Might as well just go ahead and put them in the gumbo with the legs, more meat. I added a little bit of butter into the skillet that I'm about to drop those legs in. Right here, I'm just flipping one to see if they're ready to get turned over. After you flip all your wings, then you want to go ahead and add your little chicken broth. You will not have as much oil in your pan that you started with due to the fact of you frying the wings on both sides. So you want to go ahead and add that chicken broth so you can keep the chicken very juicy and it can continue to smother down and get very tender. So right here, I just flipped my legs one more time, and then I'm just to go ahead and chop up my fresh veggies. I'm going to add my fresh veggies, and then I'm going to add my chicken stock. After I chopped up my fresh veggies, I went and added my fresh veggies to the chicken legs, and then I added my chicken stock, and then I took the lid off of the wings and I added the fresh veggies to the wings also, and then I added fresh lemon juice. So I also put some fresh celery into the wings. And then I added some of that lemon juice that I used to clean the wings with earlier. And I added some water. And I'm going to go ahead and let that smother down. And I did the same thing to the legs. So right here, I'm just getting ready to cut up my Zumo sausages. As I told you guys, y'all need to try Zumo sausages in a Cajun gumbo. It's no way. Like, seriously. I know y'all be having y'all little other kind of weird sausages maybe that y'all eat, but this is what we eat. This is what we used to. And yes, it do have pork in it. I'm sorry to say. And I do not eat pork, y'all, but I'm so like just, I can't even say that I don't eat pork because I eat these sausages. Like, I don't know. Like, stuck in between the two, cause I really want to be with you. And they telling me I should leave you alone. But it's so delicious, y'all. Y'all have to try it. Please order y'all or get y'all some Zumo sausages and make y'all a gumbo. And make it how I'm showing y'all so y'all can see. Like, it's so amazing. And I love y'all. So y'all know I'm going to give y'all the recipes. Like, this is y'all cousin, y'all girl cousin favorite gumbo. Like, come on now. Y'all know y'all want to make it. Y'all been missing it. Y'all love it. And more recipes is to come. So yeah, let's continue to get into this video. It's getting hot in here. Nah, but for real though. So I went on ahead and added my legs to the wings. And especially because both of the chickens are officially kind of done now. So I just want to add them together into the big pot because I'm supposed to get ready to add other things in it also. And I'm supposed to add some fresh celery in there. Me personally, I just feel like the chickens cook differently when you cook them separately. So that's why I cooked my legs and my wings separately. And now that's why I'm adding them together. So after I add my celery, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my Zumo sausages. I'm only going to add some of the sausages into the chicken because I want the chicken to have that chicken and sausage flavor. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to get the sausage so tender to where you can't even taste the skin that's on the sausages. Oh yeah, and as you guys can see, I have added my eggs to the stove. I do add eggs into my gumbo. I always add eggs into my gumbo. I forgot to tell you guys in the beginning of the video when I was showing you guys the ingredients. We absolutely love it. It's absolutely amazing and delicious and fabulous and fantastic. So then I went on ahead and added a little chicken broth into the sausages and the chicken, and I'm going to go ahead and let that smother down. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the okra. So this is the type of okra that I get. It's the Pick Sweet form okra. It's the frozen okra. Just make sure you get some type of good frozen okra. So then you want to go ahead and put your pot on the stove. And you can just really follow after me. It's very simple and self-explanatory. I put a little oil in the pot. And then I'm going to let that heat up. And once the oil is heated up enough, then I'm going to add the okra in because we're going to be frying this okra. We're not going to be boiling any type of okra. We're going to be frying this okra. So after I let the grease sit and I know that it's heated up to the temperature that I needed, I go ahead and pour the okra in. And as you guys can see, as soon as I pour the okra in, the grease is immediately frying the okra. So I'm going to go ahead and let the oil fry that down. You can let it fry down for about 5 to 6 minutes. As you're letting the okra cook, just make sure you keep checking your chicken to make for sure that it's juicy enough, you have enough broth, you have enough water. And if not, keep adding broth, keep adding water, and just let it keep on smothering down. However, I'm still just trying to make for sure I let y'all know. Make for sure that you keep watching your chicken. So then you want to go ahead and get your vinegar, and you want to put you like 5 to 6 tops into the okra. And after you put the vinegar into the okra, you want to go ahead and let that cook down for at least like a minute or two. And after you let the vinegar soak into the okra, get you some water. And we're going to pour some water into it. And we're going to let it come to a easy light boil. But remember, you already fried your okra. So it's not like you actually boiling your okra. You fried it first. Basically, we're just separating the vinegar and the slime. And we're using the water to do that. So once you add your water, then you're going to let that come to an easy boil, like I said, with your fire on low for at least 4 to 5 minutes. You don't want to cook it long at all because the gumbo is still going to cook the okra also. So you're going to let it boil. And don't mind me, because right here, I'm just showing y'all how good this chicken and sausage look like. Oh my gosh. And if you guys can't tell, I actually started recording this with my phone because my camera had died. So I just wanted to show you guys how the chicken and the sausage was looking. It was looking so good, smelling so good. All the fresh seasonings, fresh vegetables, like, oh my gosh. And I had to show y'all as I was letting my camera recharge. And this is how the okra was looking. That's why I said easy boil, guys, because you can have that fire on low and that okra will still start to pop. It will start boiling. But I went on ahead and snatched it off the stove real quick once I seen it started coming to a boil. And as you guys can see, it's still a little light green. And that's exactly how we need it. I'm just adding some salt to my eggs because if you guys don't know, when you add salt to your eggs, it actually helps you crack your eggs more easier. Going on here and rinsing off my okra, and I'm cleaning my okra. So after I boil my okra, I put it into my strainer and I run my water in it, and I just I spray it because I don't want no type of slime stuck to it. As I showed you guys my trick before, I do that so that the slime, the vinegar, and the oil can rise to the top so that it won't be stuck to the okra, but I still go ahead and rinse it and clean it to make for sure that none is left over on it also. And as you guys can see, so pretty and green, nowhere near all the way done. I'm making my jasmine rice. If you guys are going to really follow this recipe the way I'm showing you guys, please make jasmine rice with this gumbo. Okay, guys, so I already had my pot preheated with my oil, and I'm adding my flour right now. So you can have a cast iron skillet like how I have. That's what I prefer. Or you can use any type of skillet. Make for sure you have used some type of vegetable oil, some type of oil, and have it already heated up real hot. And then you're going to add your flour in there. You're going to consistently keep stirring like how I'm doing right now. Keep going in that stirring motion. And if you feel like it's a little watery and it's not thick enough, just add you a little bit more flour like how I'm doing. And I don't necessarily have the actual measurements, but guys, I trust yourself when you're doing this process because that's all I do. I trust myself, and I don't necessarily have any type of measurements, but I will, starting in my next videos, I'm going to start getting better with being more detailed in my videos for you guys. I added some more flour, and I'm going to continue to keep stirring, guys, and as you keep stirring, it's going to continue to get thicker and it's going to get browner, and that's the consistency that you want to look for. It's not necessarily going to be thick the first time you start off doing it. You want to still have it with a little bit of a watery consistency, and you want to just keep on stirring because it's going to get thick as you consistently let the roux keep cooking and get browner and browner. It's going to get thicker and thicker. You don't want it thick starting off because you feel like, oh, I just didn't put enough. No, just keep stirring. Just keep going, and it will get thicker, and you will continuously see the brownness come in and see the flour show itself. So then once you start seeing this getting a little thicker, you want to start adding your seasonings. And you want to be a little quick with this part. Make for sure that you turn your fire down. And as you hurry up and add your seasonings, just keep on stirring because it's going to be so hot that it's going to cook the roux so fast. And from you adding the seasoning, it's going to cook the roux even more. And depending on how many different seasonings I use. Normally, I probably use at least like 6 to 7 different seasonings in my roux. And I'll divide them up in how I'm going to hurry up and throw them in there because how high the fire be and how quick the roux cook the seasoning. So you want to try to get everything done in a certain amount of time, really within 2 minutes. When that roux turn that color and you throw them seasonings in there, you have to get all of that thrown into that roux or it will try to burn. So yeah, you want to move as quick as possible. So then after I added my last batch of seasonings, I'm going to add in my fresh veggies that I had chopped up. And once you add in the veggies, it's basically going to get the roux so moistured, not going to cook as much. It's not going to brown anymore because of the seasoning so juicy. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it just don't brown the roux anymore and it don't cook it anymore. So that's why I always let that be my last step because that's like the finished touch. you can just continue to stir for at least like 1 minute, and then after you finish, take it off of the stove, let it cool down, and then you want to get ready to add it into your gumbo. I'm going to show you guys how I do that also, which in reality my camera was dead, so I started recording after I already added the roux, but you guys still will be able to see it. So after you add the roux, then you want to go ahead and balance it out with your water. So you want to just add the roux and then consistently add the water as you stir, and you can see how thick you want the gravy. It's all on how you want your gravy. Some people like thick gravy. Some people like watery gravy. Some people like in between, thick and watery. Like I'm the type of person, I'm kind of like an in-between person. I like mine's kind of perfect, thick, but a little watery in between. That's the point of you being in between, period. And that's probably why I'm a fucking lesbian. So that's what you're going to do until you get your gravy into your likings. And after you do that, then you're going to go ahead and add you some more fresh veggies into the gravy. After that, I went on ahead and I added in the rest of my Zumo sausages that I had cut up, and I added in my boiled eggs that I already had cut and peeled. Me personally, I did not use all of my roux. However, I wish that I did, because normally I do. I always over make the roux. I always put the rest up. But in this situation, I actually had so much meat and it was so meaty that I wish that I would have used all of the roux. So I advise you guys to use all of your roux. Just make it as gumbo-y, as juicy as possible, especially when you're going to use as much meat and you're going to have it as meaty as I'm doing mine. I went ahead and added my snow crabs. I broke my snow crabs up so that it can all fit into the pot, so that everybody can eat it in moderation and everyone can have some of the snow crabs. And I don't understand why am I saying everyone, because it's just me and my wife, of course. Once you add your snow crabs, cover and let it sit and steam for 4 to 5 minutes. Then you want to come back to your pot and you want to stir your gumbo to make for sure that the snow crabs is getting all into the juices. And you want to go ahead and you want to add your okra. Now you add your okra right now because this is your last step. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your fire really, really, really on low. Even though you had it on low before because you had just added your snow crabs, you want to turn it even more on low now. Because even though you turn your fire on low, gumbo tends to still cook kind of on a high heat. But you want to make sure that your fire is on low after you add your okra. Let it cook for like 5 minutes on low, so it can continue to cook the okra the rest of the way. Because remember, we never cooked our okra all the way because we did not want to add our okra into the gumbo and it make our gumbo slimy. Now we're going to just let the gumbo cook the okra the rest of the way and sit for 10 to 15 minutes and serve over jasmine rice. Add a little butter to your rice when you cook it. If you made it this far, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.